everybody, it's Linda. Thanks for stopping by today. I love it when you visit. I wanted to ask you today about being overloaded. And you can probably guess that I'm going to talk to you about being overloaded up here. Many times people talk about being so stressed, and they just can't do this and they can't get something done. And oh my gosh, I can't concentrate. And then what happens? Oh, geez, they've got to get something done at work, or maybe you're trying to get something done at home and you can't, and you're nervous and you're anxious and you're jittery and you're worried about things and you're running around and you're really going around in a circle and you're going from room to room, but you're not accomplishing anything, and oh my gosh, you're running out of time. That's exhausting. Didn't that kind of make you feel kind of uptight the more I said and the faster I talked? Because that's how you go about things when you're trying to get something done. Example, let's say you have a report to do at work. Well, I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe that's not your kind of work, but I'm going to give the example. So you've got a report that you've got to do at work. You didn't get it done before, but now you've got to do it. All right, you've put it off long enough. Now you're trying to sit down and concentrate on doing that report. What are you concentrating on? You're not thinking about that report at all, are you? No, you're not. What you're doing is you're thinking about all of the other things that you want to be doing or should be doing instead of doing the stupid report, right? Exactly. Mine is when you're home and you're running around and you're trying to get the housework done, and all of a you just find yourself walking around in circles and you get on little rabbit trails. I call them little rabbit trails. You're concentrating on doing a room, and all of a sudden you find yourself in another room, and then you're off to another room because you're going on little rabbit trails because something popped up in your head and you thought, oh, I got to go do this before I forget it. You go over there and do it, and whoop, you just popped up again. Got to remember to do that. So you go to another room. And then you've got all of these little rabbit trails all over the place. And that's how we all seem to function many times. And we get uptight and we get anxious and we're trying to do everything at one time. And what happens? When you're trying to juggle all of this stuff, you get frustrated. And you just can't think. The reason you can't think is because your brain can only do one thing at a time. I hear you. You're saying, oh, wait a minute. I'm a good multitasker. I'm sure you are. Most of us are very good multitaskers. But why is that? Because that's an automatic auto memory of tasks that you've already learned. You don't even need to think about them. They're as normal as unconsciously putting your britches on in the morning and putting a shirt on and combing your hair and brushing your teeth. Automatic memory. That's what multitasking is. You automatically do it and don't even think about it. I'm not talking about that here. Nice try, but I'm not talking about that here. What I'm talking about is handling a specific task. And you're off on rabbit trails, or your mind's wandering about other things that you need to do or want to do or should be doing, but not what you're doing here. So what are you overloaded or overstressed? Well, you're both. You're overloading your mind because you're putting pressure on yourself that you have to do this and you have to get these other things done. No, prioritize. Simply prioritize and stick to it. Prioritize what you need to do, write it down, and check it off like a list. Many people have to go back to the old list. And don't put sticky notes everywhere because that's not going to work. Because all you're going to see are sticky notes. And trust me, I've walked into offices and seen sticky notes everywhere. And I said, what does this message over here mean? They don't even remember. So because they blocked it out. So make a short list and check it off of priorities and leave it at that. When you've got your list, put it aside. You're not going to think about those things till later. Okay? That's what I want you to think about. Prioritize. You can only do one thing at once unless you've got auto memory, and then you can do multitasking. Okay, I'll talk to you all tomorrow. I hope you have a fabulous day. Hey, leave me a comment on the link on the comments here to let me know what you think about this. Do you agree, disagree? What works for you? I'd like to hear what works for you. And be sure to follow my other blogs, my blogs rather, on the link above this video, and it'll take you to the homepage. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.